Oh, let me think. Okay, so we began, but where do we end? Where do we fly? Where do we cry? What moods do we feel?
Where do we laugh? Where do we die?
Where do we die? I was on a roll. God damn it! I was. I leaned back and I looked up. I pulled out my monocle and my cigar. I'm like, what do we feel? And what do we? Shit. Fuck.
Well, Peter is waxing poetic over here.
Yes.
My name is Jacob Johnson.
No.
Oh.
Hold it, like right there.
Yeah. Okay.
You see, it's funny because you can actually say your name, and that doesn't give away
Yeah, I
who
didn't even
you
think
are at
about
all
that.
because it's like my name's Jacob Johnson. Well, which one?
Hey, I went to a computer store at one point. 8 Jacob Johnsons in the system already.
Jesus.
Yeah. It was pretty crazy.
Well, I guess I better get the show started. So, I have nothing clever to say. But oh yeah, audio. Audio is starting in 3, 2, 1. Okay, this records the audio to the computer, which I probably don't even need to do today. But hey, who gives a fuck? Yes, I play music, and welcome to another episode of Dodge It. I'm here, your host, Peter, with my friend,
They call me Jacob.
Jacob. Jacob, simple enough as that. Yeah, that works. Actually, I'm going to shut this audio off because, you know what, I forgot to do a whole bunch of other shit. It doesn't even matter. I'll just edit it, right? I guess I'll have to do some editing, but can't use the internet, so I can't look up the videos I want anyway, but who gives a
Look at this high quality professionalism in here.
Oh,
I love
hell
it.
yeah. I mean, we walk in. We walk into the room, we sit down, I plug the computer in, we sit down, we're like, okay, I'm ready. And I'm like, where are the mics? Where are the mics? Oh, shit. I mean, last week we had me, you, Nate, a friend of mine named Nate, he's been on here before, and a friend named Tom, who's a cyborg robot, I swear to God.
That's really funny, actually.
Oh my God, yes!
That's really good.
Okay. Sorry, I don't want to be too loud. But sorry, Tom, if you're listening. But
You're a cyborg.
What drew you to the fact that he might be a cyborg?
Well, I would just say in general his demeanor. However, I'm also convinced that Tom actually might be a clone. Was
Okay.
my original thinking.
Oh.
Because of the fact that 1, I keep seeing people that look like him everywhere, and 2, I have a class with somebody who I swear is his emo younger brother. It's pretty
that
funny.
same stocking cap everywhere he goes.
Yeah,
So
dude. He keeps it original with the smile. We don't want to sell Tom short or anything.
Yeah. He's a great guy, but I gotta admit, there was one time I was sitting next to him in class and we were talking, and I kind of listened. I'm listening. I'm hearing this buzzing whenever he talks. Not to give him shit.
Yeah, you're giving him a little shit.
That's just a horrible statement. Not to give him shit, but
I will.
but he. So I literally stopped and I'm like staring at him, and I was like staring at like his throat, and he's like, hey, and I'm like, are you a cyborg? Are you a robot? And he's like, no.
Then all of a sudden you notice that his eyes were like reading.
What to do, like Terminator. In the
How
movie.
do I answer?
Fuck you, asshole.
I got to go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
No, but he has a little buzz thing, so I was like, oh. So I started getting like, I look straight, and I'm like, God, there's a Terminator sent back in time to fucking get rid of me because I'm gonna do awesome things in the world. I know it.
We found our John Connor.
Oh yeah, I'm the John Connor. Oh yeah, but oh man, it was funny because we're trying to set this up, this beautiful thing that we want to do here, and first it's like, you're like, hey man, I can't do this. I'm like, oh, that's okay. I got 2 people to fall back on. And then Nate calls. He's like, hey man, I can't do this. And I'm like, okay. But then Tom calls. He's like, hey man, I can't do this. And why? because it was all for the same reason. Yeah, we didn't do our paper, so we gotta get it. We gotta scram to get it done. And it was like, I did mine last night. I was up till like 1 writing that shit. I had a meeting at 9 o'clock for this film that I'm working on, and I'm like, I'm gonna do this shit.
I was texting Nate last night at midnight asking him about criteria for the paper, actually.
Oh.
That's pretty funny.
Okay, so what we're talking about with this paper is we're in a history class, and we had to do a film analysis, which we all do different films from these different directors, like Billy Wilder, Kira Kurosawa, and Gene Kelly and whoever.
Yeah, a lot of classics.
And I was like, it says on the paper that we got, it says, refer back to the history book we got. I'm like, oh yeah, the history book. I got that shit. It's in the bag. You know, I never read I haven't opened it yet. It was still in the bag from the school when I picked it up. So I reach in that bag. I'm like, I got it. I pull it up, and it says like, Ahita Hozapata. Some weird fucking language, and I'm like, God damn it, no!
You got the textbook in the wrong language.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't the same textbook.
Oh.
It was just some random shit. And I'm like, I remember I looked over this, but all the other books I have are like history of language.
Yeah.
So for some reason, I must have been tired when I picked them up because it just turned into, instead of language, that, you know, film
Super
over into
funny.
film.
That is
History
great.
of film. So I was like, well, shit. Now I'm off the deep end. Might as well just do whatever I got to do. But I don't know. It was really easy. I didn't have trouble doing it. I mean,
Nah.
you still got like a paragraph or so to
Yeah,
do.
not even like a lot. I'm not even stressed. I was like last night and I started writing it and I was like, oh,
Well,
not where I thought it was going to go.
I mean, anytime a teacher says double spaced, they mean, why don't they just say like a page and a half,
Right.
Single spaced, because for some reason, I don't know. Maybe it just sounds better. Well, I guess it gives them room to work, but I mean,
I think it's mainly for the grading aspect.
Yeah.
Makes it a little easier
I don't
to
know.
write on the paper, more white space.
I don't know what font we were supposed to use. I really got into Courier because
Comic Sans.
Wanted, all that shit like that. No, but yeah, that's out of the way. But so we're here.
We've arrived.
Oh, how you been?
Oh, you know, great.
You know what? I usually when I have new people come on, I actually don't always do this, but I want you to give a little thing about yourself. Like, what are you into and stuff like that.
Man, I don't know. Total nerd.
Okay,
when it comes
okay,
down
good.
to it.
Anyway, so no, I'm kidding. I'm fucking with you, man. No, you're a total nerd.
Yeah, I don't know. Superheroes for life. Nah, comic books.
Yeah, man. I get that shit.
You feel it?
I mean, how good are you with like what's the most recent comic or graphic novel you read?
I actually purchase comics almost weekly.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
you're one of those guys.
I am one of those guys.
See, my problem is I started drawing stuff. Like,
Okay.
Have you seen any of my drawings or anything?
Just a little, like, a couple of things you've been working on, like when we've been at Nate's and whatnot.
Yeah. So I draw like I if anyone's listening to this, the Avatar, which is the turtle with the fedora on, I drew that stuff. You know, any drawings you see come up, I've drawn them. So yeah, some are shitty, some are okay, but and I've been getting into that for the past like year and a half, maybe 2 years, because I found one day I just, instead of, I used to do pencil marks and I was a really shitty drawer.
Yeah.
But then one day I took out a permanent marker and I just started drawing cartoons. And I went, you know what? This is a lot easier and I can express my characters. Like,
Yeah.
Just curvy. Yeah.
Voluptuous.
Yeah. But that's just how it kind of took off and I really started getting into it. So I started buying comics that had certain styles to them, and I'm a real big fan of like Frank Miller.
Yeah. See, he's actually one of the ones, I thought he was better back in like the 70s or I guess really 80s.
I don't have all of his stuff.
His more modern stuff, I just think
I got-
is crap, dude. I've been so. The thing that gets me
You ever
is
heard of? Hold on.
he
Let's
gets
keep going.
too out there, you know? Like, and some of his stuff gets too crazy. I am a huge fan of more like Frank Quitely is a great comic book artist, all that. Okay, like Ronan. Like, I do
Yeah.
like the art in that for the
Okay.
most part.
The thing is I'm reading the story to this shit. I'm reading this shit, and I'm just like, I mean, it's a good. I'm reading this book, Ronin by Frank Miller, and it's a good book, but the story to Jupiter and back. I mean, it's just like what? Okay,
No, that's how a lot of his stuff comes out, and I think he's actually personally overrated, as terrible
It's
as
true.
that is.
It's true, but he does have these certain, like, just the way he draws certain things.
Once
I
in a
really
while,
respect.
in the Dark Knight Returns, which is like his big Batman
That's the one I got for Christmas. I haven't read it yet.
They're like not all of it. I don't like all of it, but there are certain scenes in that he draws that are phenomenal.
I mean,
and I'm like impressed with, like, I don't know, he gets like a really good motion feel, like good kinetic energy in his panels.
I just glanced through that book when I got it, and I was just like, wow, this looks like it's going to be like a blast.
It's
Not
a good
only
story.
read, but
I
just to
recommend
look
it.
at. Like, me saying that about a comic book. It's going to be a blast to read.
Hey, that's how I feel. A comic is a movie for your hands, man.
Okay, since we're getting into comics, some other stuff. You ever heard of Bone?
Yes, my
Yes.
friend absolutely loves it.
That
I've never read it.
introduced me
Okay.
because I got the first issue in color.
Oh, wow.
And it was just the way it was drawn. I think I've kind of gone like I kind of want to go towards more of that style.
I really like that kind of art style. You should check out Frank Quitely. He's it's a pen name, so it's not actually his real name. His real name is, or no, I don't remember his real name, but it's Frank Quitely is taken from Quite Frankly.
Come on,
reversed it. Isn't that just like goofy?
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, but he kind of draws really like bubbly almost, if that makes sense. Like things are very rounded and like organic looking. And it looks great. Like, and his emotions for his like faces and people and everything are some of the best like getting across emotion in a drawing that I've seen in a comic.
One, I was a huge collector of action figures.
Hell yes.
So I would get all the Marvel ones, right?
I'm a DC.
Oh, fuck you.
I know.
No, Batman.
It's Batman for life, man.
Batman's the shit. I mean, like,
I used to be more of a Marvel. Now as I've gotten older, I've gotten more DC. They have a lot more dark titles and all that.
getting into, like, real quick about Batman, it's all the villains. There's so many villains, like, just good villains, but
He has the best rogues gallery of any character, I think.
ever.
Yeah.
But I got the Punisher toy,
Nice.
and it came with Punisher Warzone, the first issue.
Ah.
Beautiful, just beautifully drawn. And recently, actually, maybe last year, I really started going to comic book stores and continuing.
Yeah.
Because the way I never figured out how comic books work, because I was just like, you get this one, and then my parents would be like, here's another one.
Yeah.
And it would be like issue
500
of another series,
Yep.
you know? So it looks completely different.
And then, like, what's the difference between Batman, the main comic, and Batman the Dark Knight, and Batman and Robin? And
there's a difference.
It takes a system to, like, you have
Death
to get
in
to
the
know
Family.
it. Good.
Did you
good
read the
comic.
newest one?
Death of the Family,
Where the
Joker
comes back?
I have all the single issues of that. It's brilliant.
I bought the
Trade.
trait. I bought the whole thing.
Dude, Greg
And
Capullo is my favorite artist out there right now. The guy who's drawing that book.
It came with this limited. God, we are nerding out,
Right?
But it came with this limited edition cover, where
Jealous.
when you take the cover off, like you see the Joker's face like stapled, but when you take it off, the Joker's face is off.
Yeah.
And it looks really nasty, but it's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh shit.
That's one of my favorite things. Him holding his face on with that belt and like stitches and everything. They turned him into kind of a horror creature type thing, and I love it.
But you know what is also horrible? Is this game that I'm gonna do. I don't have any sounds right now. So. Okay.
And now we're back.
And now we're back. This is the bets. It's the game section, which we got to do. I'm gonna have to cut like a minute out to make this 15. We nerded out majorly.
Hardcore nerdage.
But I'll tell you what. To be quick about it. But we're gonna come back with the BS sermon, of course. Which I'm sorry, people, but we don't have all the tech with me today, so. But we're gonna come back with the BS sermon, and we'll talk about some stuff there. But for the bets, I just recently saw the Lego movie, and my question to you is: this is such a random question since we haven't been talking about Legos at all. Maybe I should just do this. We should just make this the BS sermon.
Cool.
And then come back. What do you think about that?
I defer to the host.
Okay, we'll do that. So if you're listening to this, no, but that way we can just chill. Let's get away from comics for a little bit.
Cool.
Because I don't want to,
exhaust it.
I don't want to, get into those nerd books too much, you know what I'm saying? But
might alienate all the jocks listening to your show.
Oh yeah, definitely all of them. But there was a few things I want to talk about.
Sip your coffee.
I saw the Lego movie. Not nerding. But okay, so
Legos aren't nerdy, they're my childhood.
They're my childhood. Man,
or Lego. Apparently Lego, the plural of Lego is Lego.
My ego?
It's just Lego. No way.
Dago?
Dago? Dingo?
Dingleberry? No, but
you're a dingleberry.
But all the I watched that movie and I'm like, man, these kids have I never had the shit these kids have to play with. Like, holy shit. There's they showed a picture of it, but Bionicles.
Yeah.
They showed a picture of Bionicles in the movie and I just went, ooh! I freaked out.
What was their name? The Rakshi? Was that those weird little creature, the bad guy things?
God.
I got all 6 of them. I spent $70 or $80 on them. Got all 6 of them, and
you had the Bionic. Okay,
that was
Was that the main ones?
It was the original villains.
You had the Rakshi, the big guys, right?
Yeah, that are they have the curved back. With fins.
Yeah, if you don't know what we're talking about, just look up Bionicles and Rakshi. But the main guys were just called Bionicles, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And you had the red dude with the sword.
Yep.
Then you had the green guy. I think he had a staff, or was that the blue guy?
I think the green guy had little hand thingies.
Yeah. No, that was the black guy.
Okay, that's what it was.
Okay, the black. Not being racist.
Black guy also had some other assets, apparently.
He had a crooked back, and he dug into the ground and hid from white people. I mean, no, I'm kidding. But he was my favorite because he had these claws for hands, so he'd dig through shit. But
yeah, that's what it was.
But along with that, then they had the little dudes. Remember they were that tall?
That's right. Yeah, and they had the weird triangle bodies or whatever.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's so weird. I want to look it up, but we can't. God, I remember I watched a Bionicle movie once.
I remember when that came out. I also had the Bionicle computer game.
For some reason, it ended at it ended on top of a mountain, I think, or something.
Well, it ended and it wasn't even done. I felt like it just kind of set up a series of movies or something.
At that point, I was like, "This is the best thing ever." Of course, I was 6 or something like that, and you were probably
I was 10.
Yeah, 10. Was way past that by then.
No, I was totally into
Power Rangers.
I still play with Legos or Lego when I go back to my parents and my siblings are messing around with them. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll come hang out with you. And I sit down. I'm like, cool stuff, man.
Oh man,
I can make the best spaceship ever.
Oh, the fucking Legos, Playmobiles. You ever played with Playmobiles?
My friend Jeremiah.
Those sound so much
Playmobiles for forever, and I never had any, but I played with them at his place.
Okay. Yeah, well, I used to play with that with my cousins, my sister, and there was, they had the whole castle and they had all this shit.
Dude, have awesome. Swords and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah, it was kick ass, and there was this one guy who had a peg leg and an eye patch
with the white hair.
with the white hair and the
dude.
vest and the yellow shirt under.
That's
Old man
super
farmer.
Funny.
That's what I called him. We called him Old Man Farmer.
I always thought of him as like some sort of older badass warrior guy.
And
Old Man Farmer.
He was called Old Man Farmer, and like we would be playing, and we'd make this like huge like dragon thing, and he would just come over. His toys, so understand. But he would just take that shit and just chuck it at the wall like the little guy, you know. I was thinking about that after I saw Legos. I'm like, man, I should make that into like a little character and start drawing little comics for that. That would be a little Old Man Farmer. But yeah,
that could be kind of a fun movie idea too. You get something, I don't know, like
Playmobiles.
Yeah, but I mean, like
right next
kids
to Barbie.
playing with Playmobiles. You know.
Okay, well, you got to go see Lego.
I do.
You really do. I mean,
do they have the fact that humans play with the Legos like in the story? Because that'd be kind of awesome.
I'm gonna say that they have thought about just about everything that you could think would be clever.
Really?
And
that's kind of cool.
They did. I mean, the main character, you don't. I mean, he's not that likable and stuff, but the movie's just fun. Morgan Freeman. Fucking hilarious.
I heard Batman's hilarious.
Batman comes in and just swipes that shit. He's like, it's mine. And he's just badass.
It's fantastic. It's like Will Arnett plays Batman too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He's got such a good voice for that.
And Liam Neeson comes in, and Liam Neeson needs to be a Lego in the next Taken movie and tear apart Paris. You know, he just needs to destroy the world.
What if that actually happened? Next Taken movie, he gets like
he's
body
just a big ass
suit.
Lego.
No, he's like a normal person, and somebody gets taken, and he goes, "I gotta suit up." And next scene, he walks out, and he's like in a giant Lego robot suit or something like that. Totally like referencing the Lego movie.
You see, what we need, you know, there are men outside. They're coming to get us. What we need to do. Get the Legos. He runs in and he just starts building it up like in the video games and shit. He has like a tank and shit and just drives through the
gun
wall.
Arms, yes.
The guys from the A-Team would be sitting there like, fuck, man. Shit. Damn.
For real?
God damn it.
You just like put MacGyver out of a job too.
Yeah, MacGyver was like, fuck it.
I quit.
Liam Neeson's like, I'm the shit. I know it.
Well, you know, it's because he's Liam Neeson.
Yeah, he's Liam Neeson. I mean, you ever see, God, what was the movie? The Gray.
No, I didn't. I've heard that it's surprisingly good.
Oh, it was I think that was one of my favorite movies of that year. Too bad it came out so early because I think he could have taken the Oscar.
Yeah?
Because he was.
I'm just gonna ignore that pun because it made me die inside.
He was pulling out a gun from the back of his pants right there. Shooting me with.
Do not say what I think you're gonna say. Do not. Damn it.
Your neighbor is about to bust down the door and be like, "That shit was stupid."
I just heard you say that.
Shut the fuck up. Don't ever talk here again. You know what? Get the fuck out right now.
Just
Jesus
get out.
Christ.
Just
I
get
hate you. No, but yeah, but it was a really good movie.
Yeah, I've been meaning to see it. I just found out recently he was approached to play James Bond right before. I believe it was back. What was it? Never Say Never. Was that like the last one before the Daniel Craig ones? I'm so bad with like the order of the James Bond.
No, Never Say Never.
That was back away.
That was the last one Sean Connery did.
That's right. Yeah,
where he was old and feeble.
Yeah.
And balding.
No, what's the one with what's his name? Like 2003.
Pierce Bronson.
Thank you.
That was
You Only Live. No.
Die Another Day.
Die Another Day. Yeah.
Which was a silly.
I heard it was pretty terrible.
Oh, I've seen every single James Bond movie. I loved it at the time, but I was
seen
a
lot of the Sean Connery ones at this point.
I love them all. I mean, even Roger Moore. I mean, he's so campy that I just enjoy it. Like
you just gotta take it as camp.
A guy just drives off a cliff and he comes over and he just says, "Well, it seems he's fallen off a cliff." It's just stupid shit like that. But he was approached to play.
Yeah, he was approached to play James
Bond. He's too old.
Liam Neeson?
Too old.
I think it would have worked.
I know Roger Moore was 60 when he started. He was 58.
Yeah.
But
I think it could have worked. However, his excuse, I don't want to be in action movies. Isn't that fantastic? And like that's all he does anymore. It's just like, oh,
man, it's funny when you say that because now he was in a Lego movie where he played the action hero in the Lego movie. I
like,
mean,
that's
come on.
When you hear Liam Neeson now, it's the action guy.
Yeah, it's true because that just like after Taken, it was just like, I mean, he did. There was this other one he did called Unknown.
Yeah, that was so disappointing in my opinion.
It wasn't as good as Taken, but I went and I kind of watched parts of it again, and I'm like, this is okay. I mean,
there's a lot of things I liked, but there's a lot of the ending.
The ending,
it subverted the whole meaning of the whole movie. That was the thing that got me. Like the ending was pretty good, and the beginning of it was really good, but like the ending with. It just seemed to change all the themes and everything.
I disagree because I was having a blast watching that fucking movie.
I really had a fun time watching
because
it
there's that scene towards the middle where he comes in and he's saying there's this guy and the other guy's saying he's this guy and they're like saying the same shit at the exact same time and I was just laughing my ass off. I'm like, this is fucking hilarious. He's like, no, I'm the real one. Mm-hmm. And then finally the guy's like, I got the papers. And he's like, fuck. But even the guy, like the cop or whoever was sitting there like trying to decide, is like sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? But oh shit, they actually had a good cameo by the guy who played Hitler in Downfall.
Oh, I didn't even realize
he was
that.
the old guy that Liam Neeson goes to, I don't know, find wisdom or something. Some shit like that.
The guy who he's like that ex-spy or whatever.
Yeah, he was really old.
The ex-Nazi. Yeah.
That was great. But
I didn't never realize that he had played Hitler then before. That's kind of a cool.
Have you ever seen that video where it's like what Hitler thought about,
whatever? That's him?
Yeah, that's him.
Get out of here. Okay, I didn't realize that. Oh, awesome. Gotcha. So I love that. What Hitler thinks.
What Hitler thinks about what's his name? Jesse Eisenberg being
Lex Luthor.
But what I was gonna say was the end of that film had the best line I've ever It's the worst line in the world, but it was delivered the best way ever by Liam Neeson, and that was, I remember how to kill you, asshole.
That's right.
Just the most ridiculous line ever.
Yes.
But he just comes in, he's like, I remember how to kill you, asshole. It's just like, fuck yes.
Well, and the funniest thing about that too to me is right after he says it, they have that long drawn out battle. And I thought you were this kick-ass spy or something, and he's having a hard time.
He was slowly turning back into the guy from Taken. So.
Yeah, he realized. Wait a second, my daughter was gone.
What's going on? Why is my daughter not here? And then he finds out that she was taken.
That would actually be kind of an interesting concept. If you start remembering other movies you've been in as an actor, in the during the course of a movie or something,
start
remembering.
His mind.
Yeah,
he's like, oh, I see Jewish people.
I used to be dark, man.
I see my red skin. Clothes, my skin. Oh, wolves? What? Legos? Just freaking out.
Dude, I'm gonna write a film for Liam Neeson to star in, and that's gonna be the base of it. Yeah.
Jesus. Oh shit. Just call it Unknown 2.
Unknown 2.
But
more unknown.
Even
less is known.
Your knownness has been taken. By wolves.
By wolves, yes. Or we could just call it Liam Neeson Dances with Wolves. I like
that. That would work. But actually, I want to see a Liam Neeson movie where he attacks Tokyo.
Just goes and attacks Tokyo, like Godzilla?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Just charges in where's my daughter? Blah, blah, blah.
What if we're being misled by the Godzilla trailers and the movie comes out next
What are we going to do to fight it? I got it.
And he just comes
Shoot me with reverse the shrink ray. He gets the dad from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Dude, Liam Neeson toe-to-toe with Godzilla.
Reverse the shit.
Down.
Shoots him, he just goes, Or else he sees a kid playing Mario. He's like, that's it. He just goes over to the store and just starts eating mushrooms.
And then we find out that Liam Neeson is actually tripping the whole movie, and that's why.
That'd be funny if he finally gets to Godzilla and they're about to crash fists, and then it just shows him like on the ground in the store, just like freaking out. I'm shrooming, man.
Feeling rather shroomy right now.
well, getting off that though. Let's get off that wagon. But there were some videos that I wanted to show you, which I can't show you now. But the first one I wanted to talk about. You know what? The other one I'm actually gonna wait till next time we do this, because it is. I'll tell you what it is. It's described: horny girl gets denied, and shit gets real. And what it is there's this chick. Okay, this guy. I gotta go with this. This guy and this chick like come into this bathroom, and it was probably like a nightclub or something, and they're like making out, like hard. They're drinking. They're making out. Like cameras up there.
Is it a joke? Or
I didn't. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
But the way that she went, like, there was a reason I thought it was real, because they're making out, they're drinking, and then she like starts feeling them up, and
I like your hand motion.
Yeah,
people over the podcast can see that.
But
Peter is squeezing imaginary balls.
but then he kind of pushes her away. And he's like, no. I mean, this is another language, but this is all I could imagine he was saying. He's like, no, we're not supposed to do that. Don't do that to me. And she just says, first she shoves him because he shoved her.
Yeah.
So she shoves him into the wall. But then she's just like, fuck it. And she slaps him. And he turns into Joffrey from fucking Game of Thrones. And is like, I'll tell mother, But then she's like, and she slaps his ass again. And he's like, what? That time he's like, what the fuck? And she's like, and she fucking slaps him again. Then she stops. And she goes back in to kiss him. And she's hot.
Dude.
Like, this chick's hot. And
I
I'm
would
like,
kiss back if some chick slapped me 3 times and went for it again.
I'm like, hey, dude, that there's no possible. I mean, you felt like the waters were bad, so you moved away. You got what you deserved, but she came back.
Mm-hmm.
Good. So,
go for it.
So she kisses him again. He pushes her again, and she just knees him in the fucking balls, and then just starts fucking kicking him on the ground. And he's just like, dude, I gotta show you the video.
They just had to be hammered, I'm assuming.
I'm guessing, but then she just takes that bottle and just slams the door behind her and walks out, and he just gets up like, what the fuck? God, I was trying to be nice to you. What did you do to me?
That's so funny, dude.
I gotta show
I'm really curious if that's real or not.
I'm curious too, but I don't care. It was a fucking hilarious video. But the other thing was, stepping away from that, was the Samuel L. Jackson thing. You hear about that?
No.
Oh, I wish I could play this too, but
do you want me to grab my phone?
Oh, that's right. You have your phone.
Yeah, let me go grab it.
Okay. You know what? Let me just put this on pause. Okay, hello. Try yours real quick.
Check.
Okay, we're back. Now we're on this phone, so it's not going to be the best quality, but this is the video. We're first going to watch that video of the girl and the guy. So here we go. You see they're walking in, drinking. Look at this.
So she's like setting down the bottle. She's all over this guy.
She's setting down the bottle. She's grabbing his head with both hands, shoving her tongue down his throat, right?
He seems pretty down,
He seems pretty down with it. But then, like, he grabs her ass. She grabs his dick right now. And did you see that? How he's
just like
she grabs down at his dick, And he kind of smiles and like pushes her hand away, like, no, no,
Yeah.
no, not that. But then she just pushes his hands away and then comes in again, and he has these big eyes, like, no. Ah! Hold on. Okay, so he pushes her once,
Pushes her again.
She pushes
him into the wall.
Pushes him twice.
Quit being a bitch. Dude, his head went snapping. She slapped him so hard.
Okay, hold on. Let's watch that again. Look at this. 1,
Oh.
2, 3, you're out. But watch this. This is crazy shit.
Damn, dude. I would be down if some chick slapped me that hard those few times. Dude, she's like swinging his head around.
She grabs him by his hair and is swinging him around and shit.
Throws him into the wall. And then knees him in the balls.
And then
starts
fucking kicking
and she
him.
is kicking him while he is down.
God, she's a fucking babe.
Yeah. Grabs the bottle and walks out of there. Holy hell.
Oh, God.
I cannot believe it. Does he get up?
He's just like...
He does. He can barely stand.
He's just like, what? This probably says sex is bad or something. It looks like it was some commercial.
Let's take a peek. I can kind of...
Let's see if it's real or not.
Yeah, let's look at the comments here. Oh.
What are they saying about the girl? I want to know.
That's what I was curious about here. I
I
was hoping there would be more. Poor guy.
Fuck the guy. Okay. Truth is, fuck him. Fuck that guy. He's stupid. I mean, maybe it was because he had a girlfriend.
Yeah, but why would he be ending up in the bathroom with her,
making
like that?
out with some chick drunk? Exactly. So
Yeah.
you have no excuse
Like, what
to
do you
say
think
no.
is gonna happen? That's just kind of funny to me because it's like I just don't understand what he was expecting. You know?
I mean, the funny part is that is the exact example of role reversal.
Yeah.
Because normally you'd see a guy come in and they're making out with a chick and the girl's like, no,
Yeah.
no, you know. But in this, it was the guy who was like,
It's so great. Yeah, he kind of did let out a nice little scream. there.
she almost fucking grabbed him by his legs and dragged him into one of those stalls while his hands are scraping against the ground, just like, no!
That's awesome.
Virginity!
I want to stay.
Oh,
And it's gone.
probably would have been just like, that wasn't that bad, I guess.
Should we do this?
Are we okay? That's enough of that. Let's jump onto the Samuel Jackson one.
Top one, you think? 439?
Let's
A little shorter. 158.
let's do the actual one.
This one or the top one?
If it is the actual one.
Yeah.
If someone starts.
I hate it when they mislabel it. Like, tell me it's your content.
Okay, here we go.
Working for Marvel, the Super Bowl commercial. Did you get a lot of reaction to that Super Bowl commercial?
What Super Bowl commercial?
Oh, you know what? My mistake.
See what? See, you're as crazy as the people on Twitter.
Right.
I'm not Lawrence Fishburne.
I know that. That was my fault. My mistake. You know what?
We don't all look alike.
You're
We may be all black and famous.
You
but
are
we all don't look
guilty.
alike.
I am guilty.
Next question.
I am guilty. He thought you were Bob Dylan. Right.
You see, I like how that guy tried to stop it. And he's like, he thought you were Bob Dylan.
I know. My mistake. My mistake. I apologize. Really, my big mistake. Let's talk about.
That must be a very short line for your job.
I'll say.
Jeez.
Dude, Samuel L. Jackson went ham on that
Well,
guy. He was pissed.
okay, but he goes on for like the next minute about it, and the guy keeps trying to change the subject, and I'm totally on Samuel L. Jackson's point.
Really?
Right here, I totally, because it's like, come on, dude, are you like?
Now, granted, I think it's a pretty bad mistake, especially as a reporter.
I know,
to
as
say
a
that.
reporter.
However, it's not like at the same time. It's kind of cold to just call him out and keep calling him out on live TV. I don't know.
Now, here's my other point. You can get people angry. I understand that.
Yeah.
Be wary of who you get angry. So if you want to get someone angry, that's okay. But if you're gonna get the most known as the most angry black person ever,
and confuse him
for
with
someone
another black guy.
Another black guy.
Oh gosh.
God, it would have been better if he would have confused him for a white guy or something like that. But
even somebody who wasn't Samuel Jackson, like if he had done it with like
if he would have thought it
something.
was a woman, that would have turned out better. I don't know. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm mistaking you for a woman. It's like, I guess I understand.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm mistaking you for Bob Dylan. Oh, I guess I kind of dress like him sometimes. But the moment you fucking mistake a black person for another black person,
well, and especially that's just kind of funny too, because Samuel Jackson and Lawrence Fishburne look nothing alike.
Well, it was funny because I was looking at that actual picture. I kind of looked at a picture of Lawrence Fishburne next to that, and I'm like, yes, I can see.
See, I just couldn't even picture
I can
that.
kind of see. I mean, their skin's the same color.
They're older. They've been in movies for like 30 years.
But the thing, here's the thing. Okay, maybe if it was just, Samuel Jackson, Lawrence Fishburne, maybe. But Samuel Jackson was wearing his hat.
Yeah.
He's wearing his glasses that he always wears.
Well, he looks like such a grandpa in a good way. Like
in a good way, yeah.
He's aged well, but he looks
Sorry,
like
he heard that and he almost jumped through the window. I saw.
At least it wasn't a racist comment.
What? Just comes in.
Motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking podcast.
You ever hear motherfucking white snakes on this motherfucking white podcast? God damn it! You ever heard of?
Damn, Jimmy.
The movie AMC movie version of that. He says, like they had a trailer for it.
Yeah.
And they had him saying that line, but he said, "I am had it with these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane. How racist is that?
That is terrible.
That's so bad,
dude. The censor people probably had a blast doing that. Honestly,
okay. Maybe this is making us sound bad, but can you not see what's wrong with saying
monkey fighting
snakes?
About a black guy on a plane.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, holy shit. Sometimes people just don't give a fuck.
That's so
and it sounds
funny.
like Samuel Jackson.
Yeah.
Exactly like him. So I'm thinking maybe it was.
They have people who like professionally sit in to do just the censoring stuff,
I love those movies where it's just fucking terrible.
Have you ever seen like Goodfellas censored on TV? Oh my god.
Scarface?
I haven't seen Scarface ever, so I know I'm kind of a bad film student.
Not as like. Don't worry about it. Film student like me and Nate will say, I'm gonna move over here because I'm getting warm. But like me and Nate will say,
because I'm so hot.
Well, or Nate will say, film students are the absolute worst. When they come and they like, oh, you haven't seen this film? What do you know about film?
Yeah, I didn't need to see that to know something about film. That's a good point.
Well, it's like I shall not name him. Or his name is outlawed. But
yeah,
Voldemort is.
Come on, he's not evil or
no,
anything.
He's not. He's not. Well, the only thing.
Neither was Voldemort.
The only thing that's evil is himself.
I kind of get what you're saying.
That doesn't make any.
I kind of get what you're getting at, but I kind of don't at the same time.
I mean, like you were forming a point there, but it just got lost.
It didn't get brought
somewhere.
home. I think is what it was.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is, I mean, we got this film student guy, and he's seen every single
important film that you could see as a filmmaker.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's seen all the important films I can think about.
I mean, the way I think, like
obscure classics, all that.
The thing I think about him is, I mean, like, this is a guy who has paid for the education. He's seen the films. He's gone to all the sermons, but he hasn't gone and done shit.
Yeah, or let it affect him beyond seeing the movie for the sake of seeing it. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like he doesn't take anything out of it.
He doesn't take any.
I'll be honest, I don't like a lot of the movies we watch in film history.
Oh, me
I
neither.
don't.
I mean, some of them are okay, but some of them are just like, this is boring shit.
But there's something you gotta learn. You know
like
what I
that
mean?
last
you gotta
one
take
we
it out of
watched.
stuff. That was just
I mean, it was. I'm sorry.
La Madame da or La Earrings.
I find it hard to watch Downton Abbey because it seems like people who are better off than me fretting about shit that doesn't matter. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of Downton Abbey, but Downton Abbey.
I heard it gets. I mean, it's it's one of those shows,
but it's like
so well recommended. So I guess I don't really know.
It's like this. It's like when you watch rich people who are better off than you fret about stupid shit.
It just seems trivial.
It's boring.
I
But
would
then
agree.
when you watch that and it's in another language, it's a sleeper. I mean, it's as good as a pill. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, because it's
Isn't that true?
forcing you
The
to read.
rules of the game.
Oh, you know
that-
what? I like that one a little bit better.
I
I like that one better. I'll say that.
Sure, maybe it was better, but the thing that killed me is nobody was likable.
Yeah.
Nobody.
I mean, like, I can understand that. The thing is, when we watch a lot of foreign films, I just stop reading the subtitles. I'm just like that last one. I didn't read any of the subtitles.
Dude,
and
I had
guess
a
what?
hard time watching that one.
Guess what? I didn't understand what the fuck it was about at all. Actually, I wasn't gonna come on and say I knew exactly what it was about. No, I like you guys said what it was about, and I was like, oh, I got it was about some earrings and shit. But
You want me to give you a little insight into my life during that class?
What?
The movies that I haven't watched when we're in there and I'm like doodling in my notebook or whatever. The reason I'm playing with my phone, usually besides surfing Reddit, is to go on IMDb and look up the full plot synopsis. And so then I can ask questions so it looks like I'm class participating when Jay comes back in.
I never ever ask questions because I mean there's just enough questions I get asked.
Well, especially from that one chick.
Yeah, we have the one girl in front who's like, it could be about aliens on another planet, and she'd be like,
Feminism.
I see feminism somewhere in here. I mean, the juices from the alien really reminds me of something feministic.
Sexual.
And
she likes to hear herself talk as part of the problem.
I mean, if anyone, you've been in a class where you hear someone talk, it's like, yeah, okay, those people are around, but this girl went on for like 5 to 6 to maybe even 7 minutes.
Oh, each
without
time
stopping.
Like, I swear, at least once a class.
And it just drives you nuts. And the teachers, being respectful.
Well, and he tries to interject, and she kind of cuts him off like lately. And
I don't know. He's like, I don't know if that's exactly right, but she's like, well, I think it is, and it's like, okay.
I got a little bit of a topic switcher for you. Have you seen The Fountain? Darren Aronofsky. Aronofsky? What
No.
the hell? Aronofsky.
I've never seen it.
Really?
I've
Hugh
never even
Jackman.
heard. Oh, no, that's the Tree of Life.
You're thinking of Brad Pitt and somebody else. There's the Tree of Life in The Fountain, but it's called The Fountain. They came out not too far
I'm
apart.
sorry. A friend showed me the end of that.
I did not know what to think about it. I just watched it the other day. However, the reason this made me think of it when you were talking about the juices symbolizing feminism, I am convinced the Tree of Life and The Fountain is a symbol for like a vagina. I kid you not. I am convinced, dude.
You want a symbol for the vagina? Vagina?
Vagina. I know sex.
I know.
I do sex.
I do sexist. I'm good at sexing.
Yes.
I just sexed my girlfriend all over the place the other day. It's like, what? It just doesn't even make any sense.
That's what you think.
Were you with her?
Obviously, you're too young. You don't understand
That's
the ways
what
of
you
life.
think. You don't fucking get it. Because you're stupid.
Go grow out your neck beard and put on a fedora.
Okay, but
Symbol for vagina. You're gonna.
I'm
kinda curious now.
Enter the void.
I have My girlfriend loves that movie. I don't have any desire to see it.
I haven't met your girlfriend yet, but she sounds like a complete bitch.
That's hilarious.
No, but I hated that movie so much. I haven't seen very many movies where I literally like looked around and I was just like, I feel so, not because it was depressing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was depressing, but it was just so boring, and it was such a guy trying to just express how much something.
Yeah, I have no interest in seeing
there
it.
was
And
literally a 5, maybe 7 minute scene where a guy.
the penis cam
No,
scene? Oh.
there's that, which was stupid, but there's this scene where a guy. It's all first person, if you don't know, but
It is.
which is kind of interesting. The beginning is all first person, which
It's been on my Netflix instant queue literally for like 2 years. and I
here's the
haven't
thing.
watched
I've
it.
always wanted to see something that was all first person for a while, but I watched this, and there's a scene where they're walking to a nightclub. And now I don't need to see a first person film ever again because it was guys just walking to a nightclub, down steps. They talk every like normal people, and it was boring. It was so boring. And then
Well, wasn't it Hitchcock who said, like a film is life with all the boring bits cut out?
Yes,
Like that's
and
the point. We're not
because
trying to show
a normal film,
documentary.
like how would I do that? Well, if I wanted to do the first person thing, I'd have him like walk to a door, open it, and then he's at the club.
Yeah.
Works. But no, they had him walk all the way to the club.
Rage mode.
Sorry.
Enter the Void brings out pain in Peter's life.
Well, here's the other thing. There was a scene where he takes LSD or something.
Okay.
And he lays back and he falls asleep. And
Asleep?
they had
Probably wasn't LSD.
So it went black or whatever it was. I don't fucking know. I don't remember. I don't give it. But when it went black, and
Know
he
your
was just
drugs.
hallucinating colors. That's all you're seeing. And you see that for 10 minutes. And I'm like, I got this shit on the screen server of my Mac at home. Why the fuck am I watching
Perfect example of what I think was a good way to do just like colors on a screen. Punch Drunk Love.
Yeah.
They have some great moments in there where it's just like lights and colors, but it like fits so well. You know what I mean? And it's not it doesn't overstay its welcome. But like, I also blame it on the fact that, like my girlfriend was probably smoking the whole time she was watching the movie, and that makes any trippy movie better.
The only thing I have to say is that films should be made to entertain.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you want to put out a statement for something? Good. Entertain me into agreeing with your statement.
Yep.
Don't come in with your statement only and just throw that at me because I can
just like agenda.
The idea, if you take a pie and you throw it at someone's face, they wash it off and they never taste it. Okay? But if you feed someone a pie, they eat it and they really enjoy it.
That's good. Did you come up with that?
I just made that up right now.
Really?
And that's fucking genius.
That's actually really solid. I like that one, dude.
Wow, that was actually really good.
Work on the spot analogy right there, man.
God damn,
Yeah,
that
be
was
proud of
good. Wasn't
yourself.
it? Holy shit. Sorry, I went into my anger. When I turn into the Hulk, I just say good analogies.
Instead of becoming like worse at speaking,
It's
get
funny.
better.
It's funny because like when I got angry there, I was kind of on the spot because I'm recording, so I want to say something good. So maybe if I get in arguments,
Start recording yourself.
well, maybe if I get in arguments, since I'm on the spot, I'll be able to come up with something snappy. Shit probably won't happen though. I'll probably be like, "Well, you're a face."
Dude, did you know that the French actually have a word for the whole coming up with a comeback later? It's something like la esperita de escalar or whatever.
Oh, that's Spanish.
Nah, dude. I can't speak French.
Escarita.
I speak a tiny bit of Spanish, so that's probably why.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like that. I have somebody who is better at French would get it. But
Yeah.
the idea is it's the thought on the stairs or like the feeling of the stairs, because what happens is you have an argument with somebody, you leave their place and you start walking down the stairs and all of a sudden you're like, damn it, I have a perfect comeback for that.
Right, yeah. Well,
It's such a true like thing.
yeah. Well, this is what you got to do next time. You have an argument and you say, "Oh, fuck, come here." So they're like, "What?" And you're just like, come here. I got something to say to you." You're sitting there thinking like, "Fuck." So they stand at the top of the stairs and then you walk down a couple steps. And you're like, "Fuck, fuck you." That'd be funny if you get all the way to the bottom of the steps and they're like, what?" And you just turn around and you're just like, "Fuck you." Fuck you. I want to do that as a short film now. That should be my 6-pager. Come with me. And call it the walking down the stairs.
Yeah.
He walks down, gets to the bottom, and he's just sitting there just like, shit. Turns around, just, fuck you, man. Oh, but, is someone calling? Marilyn Monroe?
Yeah, my boss for some reason. Which I'm not quite sure why.
Do you not want to answer?
No.
Then
I'm gonna just leave it be. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do. I mean, if I see that phone ringing, I'm just like,
Yeah, I'm like, I don't work today.
I know
so
exactly what he's going to ask, and the answer is
I'm
going
not
to
coming in.
the answer is going to be no, but he's going to guilt me into coming in,
Right.
which I hate, but it's kind of what they got to do, I guess. So I can't get on their ass about it. Man, I hate my job. Like, it got to the point, okay, I'm going to say this last thing, then we can get off. You can finish your paper. But I had a big argument with my boss on Sunday. And it was because I worked Friday night and I didn't do a really great job closing.
Okay.
Because I work at a grocery store, so I didn't do everything he
Yeah.
wanted. And
I used to work at Target, I hear you.
yeah, so he brought me back and he's like, here's your list of stuff to do. So how long did it take you to do this? You know, that thing. So I'm like, I don't know, an hour. And he's like, an hour? And I was like, 45 minutes? I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
like-
guessing. I don't remember. And he's like, well, it seems here that you have like 3.5 hours and you were here for 7.5 hours. I was like, okay, you're setting me up to fail here.
Yeah.
If you got something to say, just
Just
say it.
tell me what what you
And
need me to do.
then he starts pointing out everything. And, you know, there was a lot of stuff I missed, but, you know, it gets to the point. It got to the point that night where, you know, I had homework to do when I got home.
Yeah.
I was getting off at 10 o'clock and it was due by 12. And I'm just like, I don't give a fuck about this place.
Well, and the thing that gets me that bosses do all the time is they do this like, look what you did wrong here.
Yeah.
What could you have done better? And it's like, you know, just tell me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm an adult. I'm working an adult job. Just tell me what you want me to do different.
Yeah.
And I'll do it. Or, you know, tell me I did this wrong. And, like, I'm a man. I can take this.
But,
you know what I
but
mean?
the other thing that I think really set him off was I had these orange juice that I was supposed to stick up on the shelf, right? We had all this low that we were doing, and I had this orange juice case. And I was tired because it was 7 o'clock in the morning, you know, so I'm like, and I'm looking at it, and it's red. And I look up where it's supposed to be, and it's red. So I start sticking it there. And then he comes back, and he's like, and then I take the rest back because it wouldn't fit, which is always the bad mistake. You know, never bring back overstock. And he comes, he's like, Peter, what's this? And I'm like, it's orange juice, right? And it was fucking like Welch's, like smashed next to like lemonade that was like the same color box.
Yes.
That was like, it was like Simply Orange next. I mean, it doesn't sound that bad, but it was like on the other. It might as well have been like milk and orange juice.
It just
right
was
next to
not at all how
and
it
I
was
was
supposed
just
to
like,
be laid
oh
out.
shit, sorry, I fucked up. I guess I'm still tired. And he got to this point where he was like, what's wrong? He said that. And I went, I'm a student, man. I'm fucking stressed. I gotta ditch some of my assignments sometimes because I don't have enough time to do
Yeah.
it. You know, I'm working like 3 to 4 times a week and I only have 15 hours on my availability. And he was afraid at that. I was thinking he might have, I don't know if he was, but because a guy just quit the week
Oh.
before. So I think he was afraid that I was going to throw my 2 weeks.
Like that's
at
where
him
you were
right
like
there. 'Cause
leading up to type of thing.
I was, I was going over the edge, like, and I just had to hit this line, and then my 2 weeks are, then I'll put my 2 weeks down, and then I come back in the summer. That's what I was planning. But he went, okay, 15 hours a week. And I went, really?
Nice.
I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, school's more important. We'll figure it out. 15 hours a week. But, of course, Sunday's not in the work week, so I'll still need you Sunday mornings. And I was just like, you motherfucker. Oh, my God. And I didn't think of that at first. At first, I was still like, okay.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until I was driving home when I was like, that motherfucking
Wait
son of a
second.
bitch.
He just played me.
Oh, but hey, that's how it goes sometimes. And man, we hit an hour.
I'm impressed.
I mean,
We're awesome.
I'm having fun talking to you.
Oh, yeah.
We watched some good videos. I think this is good enough to cut it off here.
Right on. Till next time. Get Nate and Tom in here. Tom the Cyborg.
Tom the Cyborg. Oh,
And
God.
Seth Rogen.
Oh, Tom the Cyborg, Seth Rogen. Oh, God. Because Nate has that.
Dude, he has the laugh. I
he
love
has
it.
a great
It
laugh.
makes me laugh.
But okay, well, I think that sounds good. I'm gonna throw this thing up there. I don't know if I'm gonna get the shorter episode in this week. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll find someone to do it real quick. But other than that, this is Peter signing off with.
Jacob.
All right, everyone, be classy. Have a good night.
Stay classy, America.
Yeah, that was it.